Hey everyone, this is Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and today we are going to look at Chuka Taisen, or as the Sega Master System cartridge always told me as a kid, Cloud Master. That's our guy right there. He's riding a cloud, which means he has mastered it, and therefore is a Cloud Master, I suppose. He's going to be chucking various projectiles, and before I even got the introduction done, there's my first life gone. It's one hit, one death in this little slow, side-scrolling shooter. Loved this game as a kid. Loved the graphics, loved the colors, loved the fact that you were just this bright red super kid on a cloud. This is years before Dragon Ball was even on television. Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, so the thought of this kid just riding on a magical cloud was like this completely new concept for me. I guess not completely new because I was a big fan of the Arabian Nights tales and it's really not that far off of a flying carpet. But you're just fighting random things like winged demon guys and floating bowls of ramen and turtles who are spitting projectiles at you. My main foe for this first level seems to be that little like shirtless guy with a helmet who's just throwing lightning bolts at me. And if this all sounds really weird, to me it really is. I'm sure there's a story behind it. I'm sure if I looked it up on Wikipedia it would probably have a good deal more meaning than I'm giving it. But honestly, this was just always a fun game for me to pull out and play. Now, I'm not necessarily saying I've ever played it well. I certainly played it a lot better than this as a kid, but that was years and years ago. Man, I just could not dodge for shit this first playthrough, could I? So we've got 20,000 points here, and I still haven't made it past Lightning Kid there. But at least I'm not dying to the second monster in, huh? You can see every now and then when I finish off those little, like, plates, they're dropping those blinking red pots, and those are my power-ups. My shot goes from yellow to blue, and then it speeds up, and those little, like, spinning lamps, I guess they were, that gives me my third power-up, which gives me almost a semi-automatic burst. I could hold it in for 3 quick shots in succession there. The button, I could hold the button in. That was just so many projectiles coming at one time. I had nowhere to dodge. I cornered myself. And that's game over. We're going to give this 3 playthroughs. Just see how far I can go here. I want to at least get to the first boss at the end of the first board here. It's not the Lightning Kid. You'd swear from that playthrough it was. This game's probably not as hard as I'm making it out to be. I'm just terrible in these style games. But again, it's something I enjoyed and I thought it would make for a fun upload. So come, laugh at my misery. Right now I'm currently thinking about icing down my hand because, oh god, did it cramp up. This is one of these games you probably want to set a turbo button for. But of course I wasn't going to. I mean, that's cheating. I might just survive something if I took a shortcut. Here I was smart enough to stay down. By the time he fired that first volley of lightning bolts, I was well above where they were going to hit, and they are spreading out as they go further. Almost thought I had that one there, and you could see we had gone further than before because we now have spinning floating pigs' heads showing up and spitting stuff at us, as if this was not random enough. But here we are back at the beginning. So we're going to power up our shot to blue, and then power up our blue shot to slightly faster blue shot. I've never understood the bowls of ramen, but they are my favorite enemy because they're floating bowls of ramen. They're an enemy I could take down in real life too. I'm assuming those are bowls of ramen. That's how I've always read them as. If they are in fact something different, please feel free to tell me in the comments, or, you know, just find me somewhere and shout, hey dummy, that's not what they are. They're not bowls of ramen. And then we'll both look dumb. Got 1 life left after this on the second playthrough. Yeah, I'm sort of getting the hang of it by now. I'm sort of getting back in the swing of things, as you can tell by the way that I definitely shot down 4 inanimate objects there. Really feeling proud of myself with the way I'm just chucking little balls at things there. I just took out a tiny turtle. Lethal weapon here. Gonna go after the second turtle, and that should keep the screen a little more clear against Thunderlad here. Gonna grab this power up, and oh, look at that, I got a triple shot. Triple shot is key. I kind of forgot there was a triple shot in the first round. Important to grab those power-ups, and here we're gonna go inside the magic door that appeared when we killed Thunder Kid. Apparently he turns into a doorway post-mortem. And we're gonna grab ourselves a little power-up. Now you'll notice I didn't activate it here because I forgot. Yeah, I forgot which button did it. It's a Sega Master System game, so I really only had 2 choices, and one's already firing. But an interesting quirk of the Sega Master System, if you weren't aware, the pause button was on the console itself. So for games like Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap, for instance, if I wanted to change armor, I had to get my happy backside off the couch, over to the TV where the console was sitting, hit the pause button just to go into the inventory. It made things problematic, and for the life of me, I was just telling myself in order to get to the power-ups I would have to pause it. Clearly I don't have to get up and go to the console here, but that was just in my mode of thinking. That's where I was kind of stuck at in my head. Now you can see we have a full-bodied pig firing a gun at us. So things took a real serious yet equally weird turn before we get to the second power-up shop, offering us much the same things. Gonna sort of scroll through my options before again choosing the 4 fireballs, and this time saying what the hell, I'll just press what would have been the other button, and lo and behold it works. Now those fireballs I was thinking were like a shield. They're not so much a shield as they are just fireballs that'll hit into things. Didn't realize that this time through because I thought those 3 that I lost soaked up hits. As you can see, our screen's blinking in and out, so we've reached our first boss. It's a plain green screen and a giant freaking chicken, and I die on the first little seed or feather it spits at us. So the giant chicken took us down. I'm sure it's not supposed to be a chicken, it's some sort of other bird, but I'm going to call it a giant chicken because it beat me up and I'm a little upset. Just got beat up by a giant chicken. Thankfully that only sends us like part of the way back. We've hit some sort of checkpoint at this point, and we know this because of the frequency of spinning pig's heads. Unfortunately, I put myself in an unfortunate situation there, and some spinning lamps take me out. So we've got one more crack on this playthrough from about, let's call it the halfway or so point. Go ahead, work our way to the blue shot, and we've got some ramen coming through, we've got some spinning pig's heads. Honestly, I know I'm making fun of this a lot, and that's just mostly my sense of humor by now. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you've seen other videos of mine, and if not, welcome to the channel. I'm only slightly this much of a horse's ass, typically. But, you know, I was genuinely enjoying this. This was a nice trip down memory lane for me. Up until I just took a header into that shot there, and that's game over number 2. So we're going to try this one more time now. Just one more time. There you see our little cloud guy bringing in the Chuka Taisen title screen. Awesome coloration there, too. Like, the Master System really doesn't get appreciated in the States enough. I guess it really does now in hindsight, because virtually everyone talking about retro gaming seems to be of the same opinion, that this was a very, very overlooked system here in the States. I always thought it was beautiful. It was the first console my family had, so it's what I grew up with. Just dodged the ramen there with the shots of doom. Take out the turtles, set ourselves up for success against Thunder Kid, and then fail. That middle bolt, I don't know why I hover around the middle so much. Just a safety tactic. When I was a kid, that just felt like the safest spot, and now it's just become old hat on virtually any shooter. Astro Smash, if you go back and watch my playthrough of that game, I'm like hovering in the middle, so I've got the shortest distance to potentially go in either direction to cut down a bomb. Here we are just gonna keep hammering away at ramen and turtles and work our way back to Lightning Kid and hopefully take him down. Get the turtle out of our way, set ourselves up once again for success, take out that wave of malicious ramen, and die. I hesitated there thinking of going for the power-up and ended up eating a big old mouthful of lightning bolt. Down to 1 life after this on this third playthrough, and things they aren't looking great. Now, if you thought I was about to screw myself out of 2 power-ups there, so did I, but we definitely decided to slowly move back just in time to grab them both. Gonna go ahead and grab our third here, take out the turtle, get our semi-automatic shot going, get ready to take out turtle number 2, and that leaves us once again with our nemesis Lightning Kid 1 and Lightning Kid 1. Last life, here we go. All the guts, all the glory, it all comes down to this. Not running it a 4th time. Mainly because my hand was very sore by this point. It's actually feeling a little better now, but man, was it cramping up. I'm sorry, I still have 1 more life past this. I don't know if I got an extra life there or if I just wasn't paying very attention. Apparently I'm not talking very good. Here's my last life. This is the one I was waiting for. Not really waiting patiently, by the way. I was chucking the other ones out the window. Huh? Go ahead to our upgraded blue shot. As a kid, I'd get so focused on trying to dodge projectiles, I would literally trap myself behind those little blue wall things and get cornered in the bottom there. So this isn't a game where you just sort of stay in place very long. You're moving all about the screen. I thought that was kind of cool too. I suppose if you like games like R-Type, this is right up your alley. Man, took Lightning Kid down in a hurry there. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our little fireball power-up, which again, I'm still under the mistaken impression is a shield at this point. But we've got the triple shot, we've got the fireballs going. This is about as powered up as a Cloud Master can look here in the first stage. Like, I'm proud of me at this point. Just taking the baddies down. There's another power-up, so we've got faster triple shot. Look out now. We are a Cloud Master on the town. Just gunning down those little floating pig heads and ramen and turtles, and this is all the same game, I swear. There are games that drive you to drink, and then there are just games that make you think you're drunk. And Cloud Master, out of context, is definitely one of those games that make you wonder if you're having just very lucid dream. At least it does for me. There's our gun pig again. Took him down in no shortage of speed. Got Lightning Kid too. This is a good sign. If we get through him, it's on to the boss. And we do get through him. Sort of missed a power-up there. But we were also dodging a gun pig, and it was important to get through there. Got our power-up 1 more time, and now it's just smooth sailing to boss land. Just have to avoid making a dumb mistake. And we do avoid making a dumb mistake so far. I know that would have been a perfect setup to make a dumb one, but here we are. We're still around. As it turns out, if you buy that power-up, you could just reactivate it, so that's cool. Gonna make our way back to the giant chicken, and let's see if we could last more than 3 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. We did it! Smooth sailing from here, and yeah, it's not gonna be too much smoother. We're dead there, and that's game over. Folks, thank you very much for watching. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next.